Hi, this video is going to be a bit different because I wanted to start talking more to camera. I got actually a comment on TikTok and I want to do a shout out because it was like the last push I need to, okay, just talk more, film more of the process maybe when I'm outside doing photos. I want to start to talk more about the process, why some photos, what is interesting to me about some compositions or some photos I take. I decided to do some film night photography because for me it's very interesting to try new things and this is something I have not done before. Also, it's very good to practice because we are right in the middle of winter with no much light. So this was a big step into getting integrating photography into this new environment I am. I decided that I will go with a low ISO film. Is this Agfa Photo APS 100, mainly because it's cheaper for me to get this type of rolls and shoot more and practice more. And also I was shooting my Nikon F2 with a 50 millimeters that it was borrowed. This lens is from Gunnar, so thanks a lot. It's a huge advantage to have because the catch is that I was shooting handheld. I did not use a tripod for this because I wanted to have that practice, to be able to not to limit my photography because I don't have access to a tripod or I don't have access to high ISO. So it's doing like the best I can with the things I have. Some photos I had my tripod and I use it when I can, but when I did not, I was not limited by that. I just try to hold still the camera, mainly supporting pushing to my face, so that way I could be still and not breathe. And I think the results are very good. Of course, I push a bit in some of these photos, and if you are ready to risk a bit of sharpness to take the photo, I think that's valuable, and I would rather been doing more of these experiments than not taking photos. I would like to go through some of these pictures. It just started in December. Okay, for these photos, or they are on interior, maybe there's a bit of a challenge, but there was a good lighting. Those can be handheld, no issue. And the next location was an ice skating rink on Christmas Day. It was a beautiful place, and here I decided to use the tripod because I had it already with me. I have to carry many things, so it was no issue carrying the tripod that day. And here is where I think it really paid off my decision to take photos even if I didn't have a tripod outside. It was reading at 1 30, if I'm not mistaken, or 115. Here at this gas station, it was super foggy. The lighting for me, like almost a horror movie or something like that. And since there was no Christmas light or anything like that, it was reading maybe a quarter of a second. I'm really happy with the photo, even though it was like risky to take it like that. And even the next one, I really like because I captured a car going. You can see the lights of the car are not straight because I'm taking the photo handheld. This photo, if I'm not mistaken, was half a second. So I was really pushing it with these two photos. Then it was the Christmas Eve party here. I took a half a second or a quarter of a second. I have to take notice, something I want to start doing. My biggest learning from this is to not be limited by not having the all you need. Sometimes you just have to do whatever you want to do with the things you have and not limit yourself. I think that was the biggest lesson. I will like this pushes me to take more pictures, to be less. I don't want to be waiting. Oh, I want to wait for good lighting. I want to wait to have my tripod. I want to wait until I can buy a higher ISO film. It's about going out and shooting with the things you have, and I think that's a very big lesson for me.